Okay, this week we're starting off with Hunter's Dream Online, book number 1, Ascension, written by Chester.This. It is 247 pages, $4.99. It is available on Kindle Limited, and here's the author's description. With his chance to join the world's first VR MMORPG, Robin takes the class of necromancer in a world of constant conflict. Facing off against gods, monsters, and other players, will he be able to stay the tide of destruction and save the village he swore to protect? Or will Ignis and his guild prevail and lay waste to the land? Join Robin, the undead companion Charon, his undead companion Charon, and his friends as they take on the world and other players, dungeons, PvP tournaments, large-scale battles, and a dear leasing agent named Chester. This is Hunter's Dream. So there we go. Not a bad description. Kind of describes the first 25-ish% of the story. This is a good slice of life story about a guy that is playing a fantasy VR MMO as a necromancer. He creates his character, grinds XP, figures out his powers, and groups up for some quest. There are novel goals in that they're like quest goals and hints about something for like a series goal towards the end, but it's still very much a slice of life action adventure story. There are fairly regular technical writing issues, unfortunately, mostly punctuation stuff like missing quotation marks, periods, commas in wrong places, missing dialogue tags, a lot of small things like that. And I say a lot because it's essentially on every bit of dialogue, and sometimes just about every paragraph. The author says that he sent a message to the podcast recently saying he's fixed many of these issues, but I checked today before recording and they were still there. So it might be that Amazon hasn't pushed out the latest update of this novel to everybody who's already purchased it, and maybe only the new people are going to see these fixes. But I can only judge a story by what I have in front of me, unfortunately. So they're still there, so that's why I'm mentioning it now. And it's not going to bother everybody. It didn't really bother me too much, but I know sometimes these technical little things are going to like bug people who read it. So just if that does, don't read this. Combat is pretty good, but occasionally it's a little disorganized and hard to follow. There are a couple instances of game mechanics not being followed exactly as described, but it's nothing story-breaking. Overall, you're going to get a lot of MMO progress. I actually liked the necromancer stuff and the direction it went to, even though if it gets a little OP towards the end, it was still a very entertaining class progression stuff and some good and a pretty solid RPG mechanics in there. Overall, this is kind of a middle of the road slice of life RPG. Nothing bad about it. Nothing super outstanding. Good combat, good action adventure, but a very slice of life in that there's nothing like super like nothing. You're not saving the world. You're not on this amazing quest to like defeat the AI or anything. It's just, the main character gets some quest lines and he follows through there. And there's like these quest goal lines. But at the end of the day, it's just like, this is just fun action adventure. I think it's really nice for anybody who wants a story that they can pick up and put down without feeling like they have to like continue on with the story. It's nice, leisurely kind of story, which is perfectly entertaining for me, but not everybody likes that style of story. So for me, it gets score 7.2 out of 10, which is good. Again, solid kind of middle of the roadish kind of review score. Hunter's Dream Online, book number 1, Ascension, with a score of 7.2 out of 10.